Palestinian Genocide Part 9. United Nations had been doing all it could to stop the war, but they have got a very feeble voice. UN Special Rapporteur calls for the efforts to stop genocide in Palestine. Francesca Albanese demands immediate ceasefire, says Palestinian in Gaza at risk of mass ethnic cleansing. It was reported in Athens, Greece, the UN Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territories, Francis Albanese, said efforts should be made to stop the ongoing genocide in Palestine. Thanking those who stood up against pro Israeli figures and institutions, she said, let's stay focused on Palestine, the Palestinians, and let's make sure we stop the ongoing genocide. Since the Israeli attacks on Gaza started on October 7, 2023, Albanese called for an immediate ceasefire and warned that the Palestinians in Gaza were at risk in mass ethnic cleansing. On March 26, 2024, Albanese reported to the UN Human Rights Council that she was convinced that Israel's action in Gaza amounted to genocide. Israel has waged a deadly military offensive on Gaza since October 7 cross-border attack led by Hamas, in which nearly 1,200 Israelis were killed, more than 32,600 Palestinians were killed, mostly women and children have since been killed in Gaza, besides causing mass destruction, displacement, and conditions of famine. Israel stands accused of the genocide at the International Court of Justice, which asked Israel to do more to prevent the famine in Gaza. It said Palestinians in Gaza are no longer facing only a risk of famine, but that famine is setting in. In fact, the famine is there. And they have used this hunger and thirst as a weapon of war. We could see the Israeli Air Force bombarding the sources of water where the children were collecting water for themselves. Israel waited for the children to arrive there and then bombarded those children. Is it not the genocide, or what else could you ever assume to be a genocide? Killing children at the water point by Air Force.